Right then. Sorry about being late today, guys. I didn't wake up until late, and so I had to run around getting everything sorted before coming online. So, anyway, today we're going to be covering the Tyranny of Dragons campaign for Ebon Downs, and doing the main campaign there. Also, I'll show you as well where to get the scrying stones there. The ones there are pretty much drilled into my bloody mind for how long I actually spent looking for the one, especially. So, and I'll always remember where that one is, because I kicked myself as soon as I found it, because I actually ran past it about 50 times before actually realising it was there. So I'll show you where those are as we continue on. Say, now that we've finished the first section of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign, now once you've done all three research and unlocked Ebon Downs, you'll be able to talk to this guy to get quests from him to do the next section of the campaign.
The Order of the Gauntlet seeks your assistance. The Order of the Gauntlet has dispatched a team to Ebon Downs to help contain the undead there. The leader of the team, Acolyte Hera, has made a disturbing discovery. The cult of the dragon has appeared in Ebon Downs in large numbers. They appear to be trying to enter one of the oldest barrows in the area, but are stymied by some sort of magical wall. Our clerics have their hands full with the undead, so the Order is requesting your help in investigating the cult's activities. Please, go to Ebon Downs and speak with Acolyte Hera.
Can the Harpers depend on you? The cult of the dragon continues to gain new members.
Yeah.
The cult of the dragon has managed to accomplish the seemingly impossible.
These are the same quests that you'll get every single day. I'm sorry, but they get really annoying listening to them over and over again. Right then. Peekaboo! Peekaboo! Right then. Oh. That might actually help if I went out and actually picked up the Ebon Downs story quest from Sergeant Knox. Hello, Crumpy.
Protector's Enclave needs your help. I've sent the Doom Guide Jasper Soulhearth and a contingent of guards south to the Ebon Downs. The mission was to stop the Netherese necromancer Idris from raising an undead army. Neither Soulhearth nor any of the guards has returned. I need you to travel to the Ebon Downs and find out what happened. Once you reach the Downs, meet with the tavern owner Melville Stoutheart. He's an old friend and can likely tell you more.
Peekaboo! 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 Yeah, I'm ready, say. Oh, by me. Before we head out, let's see. Virtue. Feet, here we go. Ooh, pulls. There we go. I actually leveled up twice, right, okay. Not if that's the case. Excuse me, Sandy, don't start. Right then. Sandy, don't start.
These foes aren't worthy of our steel.
Right then.
What can I help you with, traveler? Sergeant Knox sent you? That's excellent news. We're all very worried about the Doom Guide. He entered the ghost town of Grimhollow and never returned. Please, feel free to use my inn while you're here as well. Frankly, I could use the business. When last I saw him, Doom Guide Soulhearth asked me about a ritual to summon the ghost of Grimhollow's last mayor, Galwin Grist. If you were to summon the ghost, he may be able to tell you where the Doom Guide went. The ritual is quite simple. All you need to do is gather one of the flowers known as Saloon's Tears and burn it in the brazier found amid the ruins of Grist's old home.
Right then.
Business is dead in this ghost town.
Apparently not allowed to pick them. What's going on here? Okay. There we go.
What brings you to the ruins of Grimhollow? You seek Doomguide Soulhearth. He yet lives, though most of his men are dead. Even now he struggles to protect the ghosts of Grimhollow from the minions of Idris. The forces arrayed against him are too powerful. I fear he is doomed to fail. But that may yet change if you will lend us your aid. You have already done much for the dead of Grimhollow, and I know you have important matters to attend to, but it would mean a great deal to us if you said a small prayer over our bones. When the prayers have been said, tell the Doom Guide what you have done. I know he will be glad to hear of it.
Okay. I haven't actually done anything yet, but okay.
The necromancer Idris is using her hellish powers to enslave the ghosts of Grimhollow for some fiendish purpose. She has sent her white minions into Grimhollow to drive the ghosts into the marshes for her soul slavers. Defeat these whites and help protect the dead. The ghosts of Grimhollow no longer recognize this cold and desolate place. Without a connection to their past lives, they are confused and vulnerable. This makes them easy prey for Idris and her minions. Enter the abandoned homes of Grimhollow and relight the cold hearths found there. Once the home fires are burning, the ghosts will remember and be drawn to safety.
I wouldn't really call it safety considering how many minions are actually in those houses. Okay. Say, although I think I can... I think if I remember right, I mean the Ebon Downs dungeon, that's the one. If I remember rightly, I mean the Ebon Downs dungeon is actually one of the ones that were removed from the game, which is really annoying. This is one of the ones that stops you from getting all the in-game achievements because they took the dungeon out but not the achievement. It really sucks, to be honest. Because I'd love to bloody face Idris and bloody whatnot. It'd be nice to actually put some bloody it'd be nice to actually be able to finish the storyline for Ebon Downs. I really, you know, it's really naughty that they took out those blooming dungeons.
Our courage lights our path.
Boo. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
I defend the weak. Our courage lights our path.
Cookie crumpets. Bee-boo. Yeah, I'm ready, so... Bee-boo. Boo. Boo. Right then, while we're over here, there's actually one of the grindstones over here. What? What? What's wrong? Oh. You're having a mad moment, Crumpy. You having a mad moment, my Crumpy Crump. Yeah, I'm ready. Peekaboo. Right, and over by here. There we go. Say that's first grindstone. Say, just to get a better idea of where it is. There we go. Yeah.
I defend the weak.
Oh, you agree, do you? You agree, do you, Grumpy?
We can do better.
Say you guys have no doubt noticed Cookie's what Cookie's like over the past few videos. He was making me laugh the other day because he was there. I was having a lie down and he was there. Sandy was sat in the window telling off the seagulls. Cookie was there trying to calm him down, playing Mother Hen. It was so funny to listen to it. He was there. Sandy was telling the seagulls off, and Cookie was going, Sandy, and then whistling at him, going, trying to distract him from the seagulls. And he was there, blooming talking to him. Sandy was telling him off, and blooming basically telling him to shut up. And Cookie was just there going, Sandy. And I was just laughing, listening to him, trying to calm Sandy down. See, I was there just having a lie down because I was blooming, because I was tired and whatnot. Sandy doing what he usually does, tells off the seagulls when they start flying past the window. And Cookie was just there on his little mission, trying to playing Mother Hen, trying to calm Sandy down. I was laughing my head off. It was so funny to listen to it. See, and the funny thing about it, Cookie was trying to bloody calm him down before he kicked off too much, because the seagulls, he really doesn't like the seagulls. They fly past the window and Sandy starts screaming at them. Say the longer the seagulls are in the blooming area, the more Sandy kicks off, until he kicks off to the point where I have to put him in his cage to calm him down, because he just won't calm down. And Cookie was there playing Mother Hen, trying to get him to calm down before he kicked off too much. I was laughing my head off. See? No, I mean, the pair of them. When I'm in the room, they pretend like they hate each other to fight for my attention because they're both male, so they tend to have little bickering sessions between them to win my affection, so to speak. So they'll be there having a little argument, pretending like they hate each other while I'm in the room. But when I'm out of the room, they're like brothers. If I'd have gone out the blooming room, Cookie would have stopped and he would have started acting like he hated Sandy. So I was just sat there listening to them and I was just laughing. I mean, Sandy calmed down, but it was just so funny to listen to it. Oh, there we go. That's 2 of 8. Peekaboo! Peekaboo! Look at these blooming Deathlock frights. Anyone see Valindra wannabes here? That psycho woman. I don't know what her problem is, but she really doesn't like my bloody... it really doesn't like my paladin. I've not got a clue why. I think maybe this game just doesn't like paladins, I don't know. I mean, I got a few ideas as to why the computer doesn't like my paladin, but nothing really concrete. Say, but you gotta be on your toes with this game. The AI, you know, when you're running dungeons and whatnot. I've said this to people in our guild a few times and blooming whatnot. You know, you've gotta be on guard when you're blooming running dungeons, because if you're running dungeons all day, the whole time you're online, you know, be aware that the AI will learn your playstyle. It will adapt to your playstyle. It will start using strategies and blooming all sorts against you. It's like my main character. I'd be there running dungeons with my friends, and like my one friend plays as a tank because she's there tanking bloody it, because we could never find a decent bloody tank to take threat off us, especially off, you know, you know, because my friend's main character is a DPS character and she dishes out massive amounts of damage. So we can never take we can never get a tank to take threat off her, and my healer is is quite a good healer and heals for so much that we're never getting tanks that can take threat off either of us. It's like, I mean, I'm even though she's the high DPS character, I'm half the time taking threat off her because my heals are so bloody powerful, and I will, you know, I'll just heal people bloody for so much that the AI is like, ah, no, you're dying. And so, I mean, we can never find a tank that takes threat off either of us. So she ended up making a tank in the end, and but when we're there, we're there playing the game, running dungeons together. The AI will be there using tactics. It'll be there using tactics, depending on how many of us are playing together. It'll be there. It'll be strategizing against us and whatnot. See how we play. When my friend's playing on her tank, the AI will get really pissed off with the pair of us because it'll try and take down her tank, realize it can't take her tank down because I'm constantly keeping her healed. He'll try and come after try and come after me, but she'll bloody draw the threat away from me. So it's like, okay, it won't bloody succeed, or if it does succeed, she ends up bloody, she ends up taking the threat bloody away from me one way or the other. People get really pissed off at this and use bloody distractions and whatnot. So it's like, okay, if I can't take either one of you two down, then I'll give you a distraction. So it'll be there, and it'll deliberately target someone that it doesn't really see as a massive threat. It'll deliberately target someone to use as a distraction to take me out the bloody picture, knowing full well that I won't be able to resist the urge to go over and revive them. It does it every single time. It's like we run Valindra's tower like three, 4 times in a row the 1 week, and it was using the same tactics over and over again. And then it started sussing out our playstyle. And it changed its tactics on the 4th time we bloody done it, and it decided, no, I'll use this guy as a bloody distraction. Hadn't targeted him the whole bloody time, but it decided to take him out the bloody picture. And it's like when Valindra did that move where she sends those bloody lines and bloody whatnot out. Now normally when that happens, Valindra comes after me and chases me around the place the whole bloody time. But this time she changed up her tactics and went after one of the guys that was running with us. And he was over the opposite side of the map away from me. I was there trying to get over to him, but bloody Valindra had spawned all her minions on top of him to stop anyone from getting to him. So I tried getting over to bloody revive him. I couldn't get to him in blooming time. Valindra bloody she'll use distractions, deliberately go after someone to take you out of the picture. If you're running with someone and you work together well as a team, she will. The AI will. It'll use distractions and whatnot to try and take you out of the picture. It's mad. It's quite funny. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean when we start doing dungeons and whatnot. But it is the AI. The AI is an asshole. So that over there, you'll be doing this. Go in there as part of the Elemental Evil campaign. Hello, Cookie Crumpet. What do you mean, oi, cheeky sod? Are you cheeky? Oh. You having a dramatic moment, Crumpy Crump? Right, someone wants to kill me. Are you having a dramatic 5 minutes, you Crumpy? Oh, hello. Right, it's always this last one that that I end up getting confused on, because there's always one that's outside of the outside of the circle, and this one's always the one that does my head in. This is the one I always forget where it is. Oh, off. Ah, get the fuck off. Excuse my language, but it really frustrates me. Oh, zombies! Hello. Oh, goodness. There's always the one. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go. Cookie Crumpet. Hey, my brain's not working today apparently. I think it's gone on strike. So's my companion from the looks of it, lazy sod. And then on the plus side, running around the menu will definitely give... Oh, don't even start with this. Definitely more towards the Slayer achievements, that's for sure. Wow, really? see. Moves. I think it's a thievery pit. Up there. They're inside the houses.
I defend the weak.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it's been so bloody long. My brain's not working, apparently. Alright, don't start. Don't start. Sandy, don't start. Leave the seagulls alone. Sandy. Right, he's gonna kick off the seagulls. Right, 2 seconds, guys.
We can do better.
Then, sorry about that, guys. I had to sort him out before he started kicking off too badly. Ooh. Oh my goodness, this is so annoying. Oh, I am not a guardian fighter. Putting me into. Yeah, I wish they'd fix that. Trying to use sanctuary and it going just into guard mode. It's like, oh, I'm not guardian fighter. I'm a fucking paladin. So annoying. Say that they can't be bothered to bloody fix it.
I defend the weak.
I mean, they do updates for the game. They do updates for the game, new DLC, maintenance every week, and yet they can't be bothered to fix something simple like Sanctuary. A bug that's been in the game for, well, for as long as I've been playing, that's for sure, and I've been playing bloody, what? I've been playing months. You know, 6 months at the very bloody least, and it's been in the game the whole time I've been bloody playing. I've lost count of how long I've been bloody playing. I don't really pay them in attention. I lose track of days and dates. There we go. There it is, finally. You know, but they don't. You know, they don't bother fixing it, and then we just get a load of excuses as to why they haven't fixed these bugs, and then they wonder why they lose custom. It's like, well, if you're not going to fix your game, despite doing all this maintenance and all these updates and bloody whatnot, and because it's
What
like...
brings you to the ruins of Grim Hollow? The ghosts of Grim Hollow cannot feel the warmth of those fires, but the spark of fond memories will warm their souls tonight. Thank you for this small mercy. Without her shepherds, Idris will have fewer souls to torment. You have done well. This will be a great relief to Doomguide Solhearth. You have done much for us here, but to stop Idris, you will need to join forces with Doomguide Vesper Solhearth. You will find him at the old temple of Kelemvor. Tell him what you have done for us, and I am certain he will trust you as I do.
I mean, there's so many different bugs with the bloody game, but they think that just adding new content and whatnot will be enough. It's like the guild system. You know, whenever you upgrade one of these, or one of these resources, you will... whenever you upgrade one of the resources, if you don't change...
Why do you disturb my tortured unlife?
If you don't change your target, put a new target on before you upgrade one of these buildings. If you upgrade it and it's still labeled as your target, then it'll glitch out and make it so you can't actually select another target. You have to end up, regardless of whether or not you're able to, you're ready to upgrade your stronghold. You have to put your stronghold as your target before you put another building on, depending on what you're building. You always have to change your target before you upgrade one of your resource buildings. Otherwise, it glitches out the whole guild system. And there's a load of different there's a load of different bugs with the guild system in general. You know, the invite system is, it's constantly playing up. It's like if you're trying to invite someone through the roster rather than you have to invite them by being right there bloody with them, right in front of them, and manually inviting them, because if you try typing their name and gamer tag, sometimes it decides, oh, you didn't specify your gamer tag. It's like, yes, I did. And it's like, it's just so bloody buggy. Guild system has been bugged out. Here's the next grindstone. The guild system has been bugged out for so blooming long, and they don't do nothing to fix it. So all we ever get is excuses as to why they're not fixing it. It's like my one friend made a control wizard. He's been playing for over a year, and his character now is so buggy because of all this blooming crap that they're not fixing, that it actually pretty much acts on its own. He can't do anything. It's like with my paladin. Yeah, there you go. See, it's not going into sanctuary. It's just doing this go on guard bullshit. So it, pretty much doing whatever it blooming wants, and his control wizard does that as well. It pretty much does what it wants to do. He'll be there trying to use his control powers on a target. It'll choose what target it wants to use it on rather than the one he's pointing it at, and all sorts of stuff like that. And they don't fix it. Now he's gotten so after spending years, over a year playing the blooming game and putting all this work into his character, he's given up on the game because they won't fix it. And they turned round and all they turned round and bloody said to him when he reported the bugs was, oh well, well, there's nothing we can do. No, it's your fault. that it's happening like this. It's like, how is it his fault? You're the ones that don't want to fix the bugs in your game. Don't bloody blame him. How has he got any control over the broken bloody system of this game? He's got no control over the game's bloody, the game's bloody mechanics. He's got no control over the mechanics of the bloody game. Well, the only thing he's got control of is what he puts his skill points into. And his, feat points and all that. Character build is the only thing he's got control of. He's got no bloody control over bloody, what the in-game mechanics are doing. It's stupid.
Interested in the mushroom event?
Now how they think it's a good idea to do things that way, I don't know, because it's like, well, all you're gonna do in the long run is shoot yourself in the foot. Because if you alienate your fan base, I mean, yeah, sure, make it good for paying customers, but don't alienate your future paying customers in the process. Don't alienate the people new to the blooming game. It's like, a PvP system so bloody broken. It'll team you up with, in the later stages, once you hit like level 70. It'll team you up against people with like 16k item level. And there's you running around with only 8k item level. People, it's naughty. They've got, there's no balance to the search system in this game. And with the broken mechanics as well. See, this fucking pissing me off. Broken mechanics as well. This is a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It is a really fun game, and I do love the storyline. But I just wish they'd fix the bugs.
There is much to be done. I owe you my thanks. Your efforts in the village have disrupted Idris's plans. Now is the time to take the fight to her. You've done a wise and compassionate thing. A prayer for the dead costs little, but it does much to settle the souls of the departed. This temple of Kelemvor provides us with a haven against Idris's army of undead, but it is not as secure as it should be. Grave robbers have broken into the crypts beneath the temple, breaking the mystical seals that ensure those who are buried there remain at rest. I need you to enter the crypt, relight the sacred braziers, and bring back the broken seals. I can repair the seals, and the holy fires will keep any more of the undead from entering the crypt.
My master has sent me to Ebon Downs to retrieve a relic, a set of scales that he believes were buried in the barrow of the Templars here in Silver Wisp Swamp. I've tried to get through myself, but have had no luck. I'll pay you handsomely if you could get it for me. I'll happily draw you a map of the location. Beware, the barrow is fraught with danger and traps.
We can use more strong arms and stout hearts. Once you get used to the undead, and their smell, they're an easy enough target. Now spiders, they give me the chills. If you could take out some spiders while adventuring, I'd be able to do my job better. Oh wait, let's keep this between us, if you don't mind.
Okay. Enter here for the Templar Calimbor one first.
Courage lights our path.
Cookie is feeling very enthusiastic today, apparently. Peekaboo! Let's sort this out a sec. Always like making sure to get always like to make sure to get the auras. I'm gonna have one for different situations. Go. Beep-boo. Hello. Oh, I've done it again. Peekaboo. Oh, that's charming, isn't it? Doesn't look very respectful way to bloody put someone to rest. Just throw him in there, why not? It's called lazy programming. Hello. Say. Peekaboo. Take the Great Robber's bloody bag. Bastards. There's a treasure chest over there if you want it, but hello. Careful of the pressure plate. Treasure chest by here. And lots of traps. Be careful. And I walk right into that one too. Bollocks. Luckily enough, I've got the VIP that stops me from being injured from walking into traps. But if you haven't got the high enough VIP for that, then just come prepared with lots of injury kits. Makes me laugh. If someone's fucking greedy enough to go doing something on this this immoral, do you really think they're gonna have the bloody morals to stick to your bloody stick to the agreement. I know. Chances of that happening are slim at best. Should have found a better way to fund your research. Peekaboo! You've been all random, Crumpy Crump.
We can do better.
Peekaboo!
There is much to be done. Well done. We can rest a little easier knowing the undead are not prowling beneath our very feet. Idris repeatedly sends hordes of undead against the temple in an attempt to destroy us. Even with Kelemvor's aid, we have been hard-pressed to resist them. And with each assault we repulse, we're left with fewer defenders. I'm not sure we can fend off another attack, but if you were to take the fight to the undead, we might stand a chance. Hunt down the zombies that gather in the marshes. Each zombie you destroy means one less to join in an attack on the temple. In order to combat our foes, you should understand them, for they were not always monsters. Before each ancient barrow in the Silver Wisp Swamp, there stands a stone monolith that tells the story of the chieftain who is buried within. Read these monoliths, for it may be we can learn something that will aid us in our struggle against Idris.
Alright then. Sorry about that.
Idris has used magical shards of an artifact called the Death Knell to seal the entrance to her fortress. You must destroy the shards before you can enter the Royal Rise and stop Idris's evil. But be warned, the shards are hidden in the ancient barrows of Ebon Downs and guarded by powerful wights.
And this is a completely pointless quest because the dungeon to go into the Royal Rise and defeat her is taken out of the game. No, so going in there, so unlocking the wards to go in and defeat Idris is absolutely pointless, because you can't defeat Idris anymore and put an end to this area's story, because you can't defeat the main bad guy of this area because the dungeon no longer exists.
Grant you mercy in death.
Anyway.
This place, I can almost hear the voices of our ancestors here.
And then it's actually when it sends you to do this quest now to read the inscriptions and whatnot. There's actually a sixth tablet for you to get an achievement for reading the inscriptions. You've got to read these inscriptions before going into the tombs. Void Watcher Saga. Actually quite a sad story.
Boo! I defend the weak.
Go again. To sleep. Treasure chest. Engineering kit. That doesn't want to work, apparently. inventory is full. Oh my goodness, really? Say thanks, companion. Love you. I mean, don't act when I need you to. You take a break when I don't bloody want you to, and you act when I don't want you to. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna wait 2 minutes for this bloody thing to refresh. What have we actually got? Okay. Oops, inflection. This one. Yeah, no. Oh, yes, please. Mounts. Got the crescent insignias. I'll have to check that in a little while. Right then. These I'm not going to use, so they can go. These I'm still not going to use, but I will use them in alchemy. The reason I sold the bound ones is because the alchemy's more likely to use the unbound ones than the bound ones. see. I'm just using a few of those to clear up my inventory a bit, and the rest I'm keeping because there's a refining event coming up in November, 22nd of November, so save your refining stones and whatnot for then, because you'll get double refinement points and you'll make a lot more progress waiting to use them then than using them leading up to it. So save them up if you've got space in your bank and whatnot. So if you haven't got enough space, then at least save the stronger ones, like the blue and purple quality ones, as you get them. Oh, this bloody thing.
These foes aren't worthy of our steel.
So very sad. No.
We can do better.
top of the wrong hill. I do need to kill zombies. This is the hill. Oh, stop going into this guard mode bullshit. And then this one, I ran past it so many times. So he's on top of the one that we just did. I ran past that bugger so many times. I went up and got that box so many bloody times. It was right by there and I didn't see it. Even though I actually ran right up to it at one point, still didn't see it. A gnarled man.
We stand against the dark.
Gone. You know. Cookie Crumpet. Oh, excellent. Alchemical knowledge. One more of them for the upgrade. Treasure chest by there. Be careful of that trap that I just walked into without realizing.
Our courage lights our path.
Really?
We can do better.
And I did it again. Are you coming or what, Arthur? Come on. You're just gonna stand there the whole time. What are you doing? Oh, thanks. Much appreciated. Fine, stand there then. This guy must have been very, very naughty, man. The fact that his soldiers have got burials, better burials than he had. I mean, the description did say that he became a tyrant, but... the fact that you're looking at all the other heroes and they've got grand burials, and then there's this guy. No grand burial for him. Hidden away like something blooming shameful. Considering the fact that he was a hero who became a tyrant, people probably blooming saw it as a betrayal.
courage lights our path.
One more for this quest, but there's actually this leads you up to Idris's castle. You don't actually have to fight Idris, which I'm really pissed off about. And that is the last one for this quest. There's actually another tablet for
We can do better.
Krabby Crumb, what are you doing? Such a tragedy.
These foes aren't worthy of our steel.
here, we'll get the last Templar. Actually, no, I think we might get it when we go. When we go there, we'll be going there in a little while anyway. So sod it, we'll get it then. Right then. Spitter up there, spitters. There is actually a way to get up here. I've done it before. Come on, spitters, come down here. There we go. Hello. Why is my companion allowed to stay up there fighting? And of course it puts it over there where I can't get to it. In real life, I would not be entering this place. It's like that, all these bloody cobwebs, you're mad. That would just not happen. You wouldn't be walking through massive cobwebs of this bloody size. Before we go to see Doomguide Soul Heart, let's get this bloody quest for the Scales of Kalimdor all the way. That's not very nice. %75% chance to fail again, apparently. Cookie Krabby Crumb. Crumpy, crumpy, crump, crump, crump. Crumpy, crumpy, crump, crump, crump. Don't give me those faces. Apparently Cookie thinks I'm crazy. Oh, so you don't think I'm crazy? Oh, you know I'm crazy. Or is that what you're saying? You know I'm crazy. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, you? It's not that you think I'm. It's not that you think I'm crazy. It's that you know I'm crazy, is it? Well, you just don't want to hurt my feelings. All right, okay. Thank you, baby. Say, well, the looks speak. The looks speak loud enough. Yes, they do. How this guy couldn't get to the bloody scales, I don't know. The traps are pretty bloody easy to see. Hey. Treasure chest in there. And thievery kit by there. See how we couldn't get to the bloody scales, I don't know. It's not like it's bloody hard. I think he was just being lazy, to be honest, and wanted someone to do the work for him. Grumpy, grumpy, grump, grump, grump.
Our courage lights our path.
What are you giving me those faces for? Yeah, I'm ready. Say, looking at me with curiosity. What are you looking at me with curiosity for? You fascinated, are you, baby? You fascinated? Are you fascinated? You're fascinated, right? Okay.
Well done. I believe that is exactly what
Do you
my
find humans
master's looking
fascinating
for.
then? Is that what it is?
Definitely
Are humans fascinating to you, are they, baby? You find us you're curious. You're curious about us, are you? Think we're strange, don't you? I don't blame you. I think we're strange sometimes as well, so don't worry. You're not alone on that one.
Many of the seals on the barrows and crypts have been broken, and the undead are in control of Silverwisp Swamp. I have tried to retrieve a relic for my master, but was unsuccessful. I could use your help.
There is much to be done. Well done. This will weaken Idris's armies considerably. Now, with Kelemvor's aid, we just may survive the next assault. Though Idris's evil has twisted their remains, all the Barrow Lords were heroes once. Thank you for recovering some knowledge of their legends. Excellent. With each shard destroyed, the fortress grows more vulnerable. However, the path to Idris is still far from clear.
And the path to Idris being clear makes no difference, because we can't defeat her.
Idris is attempting to use something called the Direhelm Forge to create an army of undead spirits under her control. This forge seems to be fueled by the souls of the departed. Idris has sent Shadarkai soul slavers to capture the ghosts of innocents buried in the Downs. We must stop this evil, for the sake of those poor departed souls and to disrupt the creation of more Dire Helm soldiers. Idris is almost vulnerable, but there are 3 final shards still sealing the way. They are protected by the Drowned King, the most powerful of all the Barrow Lords. Defeating him and destroying the shards won't be easy, but it is the only way to reach Idris's fortress.
We can use more strong arms and stout hearts. Now there's an adventurer that shows no fear. Thanks again for clearing out those spiders. And remember, let's just keep this between us, if you please.
So, well, now that we've got the quest for the Drowned King, we'll go and get that final tablet. Go. Your final tablet. So in case you're not aware, there's oh wow, look at my words for a minute. There's an event on at the moment that will give you ×2 currency, campaign currency for Tyranny of Dragons. So it's a good time to start farming those daily quests if you haven't got all your boons already. Because the last 3 boons are a pain in the ass to farm for.
We can do better.
So you'll notice this when you come this tomb will look familiar to you. Take note of, or should I say, just take note of how this tomb looks for later on, because in a little while we'll be doing the Tyranny of Dragons missions to continue the Ebon Downs area. But you'll never get to see. I know, keep going on about that, but I'm very upset that I don't get to bring this story to its conclusion because of the flipping removal of that dungeon. It's so annoying. And that's the power share done. Done. What's the matter, Crump? Crumpy crump. Cookie Crumpy. Crumpy crump. No. Recovery defense. Oh, maximum hit points and defense. Maximum hit points and movement. Crumpy crump. Cookie Crumpy. I'll have to send some stuff over for this character to upgrade that. Chest up there. Oh. Hello? Hello? Another treasure chest up here. Another treasure chest. Cut me, you bastard. Excuse my language. Engineering kit. For this hole. Whoa. Keep your big purple balls. I know that didn't sound right. Don't feel like taking that. Hello? There's the drowned king. Very sad.
Our courage lights our path.
Oh, you want to start with the uppercuts? So do. Hello? Hello?
Kellumbor be praised. Hopefully this disrupts the creation of Direhelm soldiers. Enough for you to enter Meridane Fortress and put an end to both Idris and her Direhelm forge.
You think?
You have done well. Not only is the path to Idris's domain nearly open, but the last of the ancient heroes can finally know rest. In Kellumbor's name, I thank you for that. With the Barrow Lords destroyed, you have greatly hindered Idris's attempt to build an undead army. Perhaps you should head back to Neverwinter and tell Sergeant Knox what's happened to you. I'm certain he'll want to know more, and I think there are far greater adventures ahead for you, my friend.
Say, well, I would have liked to have put Idris to bloody rest, but hey. I'm very upset. Right then, before we go... Grumpy, 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 grumpy. Oh, that was... not going that way. I'm going a long way bloody round. Let's go this way. And then
the Order of the Gauntlet needs your help. Thank you for coming. We need to get to work quickly. The Cult of the Dragon has unearthed many ancient urns filled with scrolls. Most of the scrolls are little more than fragments, but they seem to be of some importance to the cultists. We need to see what information is contained on those fragments. Slip into the Valley of the Ancients and collect some scroll fragments. You can find them in unearthed urns and on the cultists themselves. The Cult of the Dragon has spent a lot of time unearthing obelisks throughout the Valley of the Ancients and studying the inscriptions on them. We need to know what information they're gathering. Go to the Valley of the Ancients and copy the inscriptions on the obelisks there. A vicious black dragon named Vartilingorix frequents these swamps. I fear he may have agreed to work with the cult in Ebon Downs. The dragon must be defeated if we are to prevent the cult from achieving their goals here.
Hello? Hello? Grumpy, grumpy, grump, grump, grump. Say the Drowned King's tomb, with the exception of the area where you fought the Drowned King. Once you hit level 70 and start unlocking the dungeons for these areas, you go up to that one up there, that big massive door up on top of that hill, and the design of it looks remarkably like the Drowned King's tomb. Say, but it's like, okay. A lot of lazy programming in this game. Hello? 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 Grumpy, grumpy, grump, grump, grump. Cookie Crumpet. Hello? That's right, Cookie Crumpet. Three minutes to go before Vartilingorix reappears. Go. Cram these in quickly.
Others here may need your aid more than I've never seen anything quite this old. I hope I can glean some information from them. Excellent. I will study these and see if I can tell what the cult is up to here.
Hey.
The barrow in the Valley of the Ancients holds the remains of an ancient barbarian warrior, and the cult is very interested in speaking to his spirit. I'm not sure why, but it seems like a good idea to prevent this. The barrow has a powerful magic ward. The cult has been unable to breach, but it's only a matter of time. Let's make it more difficult for them. Those obelisks mark the burial place of guardians entombed as part of the barbarian's funeral. Read this incantation near an obelisk, and it should raise the guardians to attack the tomb invaders. Some of the guardians may have been destroyed over the centuries, so don't be disappointed if it doesn't always work.
Very good guardians if they run around dying that quickly. Uh-oh. Wow. This guy could be annoying when he drops all that acid on you and the enemies start coming from here, there and everywhere, like that. The worst one though, worst one for that is in Whispering Caverns by far. That guy's annoying. Bitch with the arrow. Ah, who brought the golem? cultists. Hello? Hello?
Let's hope that's the last we see of Vartillan Gorix. That should slow them down for a while. I will dispatch a message to the Order of the Gauntlet and tell them what we have learned here. We may have need of your services in the future.
There you go.
It seems the cult has narrowed down the location of the final resting place of the barbarian Kruven Gantara. Given the chaos you were able to create today, however, it may be some time before they find him. I prepared a report of today's events for Preceptor Theraclast in Protector's Enclave. Would you take it to him?
Oh. And that's unlocked. That's unlocked now, the research for Ebon Downs part of the Tyranny of Dragons campaign. Just gotta deliver the report and can start putting stuff on in the campaign. Not going the long way round. Hello? Hello?
We must lay the dead to rest.
Yeah, well, with that dungeon bloody gone from the game, the chances of them rising again are very high. Sorry, but I'm very upset. I think before we go and hand these in to Harperwood, we'll go to Neverdeath and do the dailies there, and then head back to Protector's Enclave to hand them all in at the same time.
These foes aren't worthy of our steel.
Peekaboo!
must stop what is happening in Craftsman's Rest. We still don't know what's so important about this portal the cult is looking for. But I bet it's in our best interests they not find it. To accomplish that, we need to prevent them from finding Messendar's grave here in Neverdeath. The cultists are chatting up any spirit that might know where he is buried. Messendar was well respected in Neverwinter, and his funeral was well attended. It's only a matter of time until one of these ghosts gives up the goods. If it wasn't for the devastation the spellplague caused him, I'm sure they would have already found him. My contacts in Protector's Enclave have furnished me with a list of Messendar's closest associates, who are now interred here. Take these fake plaques and swap them for the ones on his associates' graves. It may buy us the time we need to figure out a more permanent solution. The new cultists have been busy recruiting new dragons into their service. The cultists in Neverdeath have convinced Carthraxis, a foul-tempered green dragon, to aid them here. Defeating Carthraxis may buy us some time to learn more about what the new cult is up to.
Hello? Hello! Who's my grumpy grump? Are you giving me those weird looks again? You're giving me weird looks again. Are you... You think I'm strange, do you? You think I'm strange? Do you think I'm strange to you, baby? Are you trying not to hurt my feelings? Are you trying not to... You're trying not to hurt my feelings. Ah, well, it doesn't matter, baby. I take it as a compliment if you think I'm crazy. Boo! Go. Just 1 minute left and then Carthraxis will be here. Okay. Oh, this is getting annoying. Fuck off. And let me use my fucking ability, you bitch! Putting blimmin'... I can't stand it when it does that. Decides to put blimmin' Sanctuary on when you're not wanting it to go on. It really pisses me off. Game programmers these days really put too much control in the hands of the bloody AI. Hello, Cookie Crumpet. Hello. Peekaboo.
We must stop. Hopefully that will slow them down. We need to find out why touring in this portal is so important to the new cult. Good work. Hopefully Cathraxis stays down. I could hear the sounds of battle from here, and feared that you might not return. I hope you are prepared for more battles like that. As long as we battle the cult, dragons are sure to be in our future.
Hello. Hello. Hello, my Grumpy Grump. Grumpy, grumpy, grump, grump, grump. Oh. See. So Sandy's sleeping, Cookie's stubborn and refuses to go to sleep. Don't you, baby? You don't like sleeping. You don't like sleeping if I'm awake, do you? You like staying awake to keep an eye on me, don't you, baby?
Can the Harpers depend on you? I hope your actions slow the growth of the cult. If the cult's power continues to expand at the current rate, we may be unable to stop them.
Greetings, adventurer. All is quiet.
That's the Tyranny of Dragons dailies. Now we've handed that in, we'll be able to start. Wait for that a minute. We'll be able to start researching the Order of the Gauntlet. And we've also got enough arcane lore now to buy first, to get the first boon. And since we're doing a healer, we're going to be putting power. Hello! Because healing abilities rely on their power and critical, so we'll be putting those points into power and critical. Next one, we're going to need 40 of those arcane lore. Say now the Order of the Gauntlet one will be doing that. Lord's Alliance, that one is for Icespire Peak. We'll be doing Velosk next. I mean, I'll still do some dailies and whatnot in between, unlocking everything. But the next section isn't until Icespire Peak, so the next week we'll be doing Velosk. And then Pirate Skyhold. Okay. we'll be making our way slowly up to Icespire Peak. Let's go and hand this into Sergeant Knox.
Protected. That's an amazing tale. Shudder to think what might have happened if you hadn't been there to stop the mad revenant and a nightmare ascension. But evil rarely sleeps. And already I may have another situation brewing outside the city.
I haven't stopped it though. The dungeon's missing. Anyway, one thing before I go stop streaming for the day. One thing a lot of people keep asking me is, when I go on about influence runs at the Stronghold, it's like, what are influence runs? Influence runs are basically heroic encounters at the Stronghold. I'll take you there, show you now for a second, before I go offline. Right then. Grumpy, grumpy, grump, grump, grump. You dancing, my ball of fluff. You dancing, my ball of fluff. You dancing, are you? Say, my little mother hen, ain't you, Grumpy? My mother hen. Are you my mother hen? You're my mother hen. Always keeping an eye on me, make sure I'm okay, ain't you, baby? You always try looking after everyone. Oh yeah, that's right, you try looking after everyone. Right.
Good day, adventurer. We...
Yep, pick up the work of recruitment. Right then. Next. Yeah, I'm ready. Say... Peekaboo! Right, what am I doing? Alright, okay. Influence runs. All an influence run is basically heroic encounters at the Stronghold. If you go onto the map, it gives you a list of available heroic encounters. Now, influence runs, all influence is used for is upgrading the Stronghold. It's needed for boom buildings and the Stronghold keep upgrades. You have 3 different tiers of... you have 3 different tiers of heroic encounters at your Stronghold. These ones, like Beast Attack, Devil Attack, Lake Supply Wolves, you can tell from the picture, these are tier 1s, so they're the easiest of the lot of them. They don't offer amazing rewards or anything, but they do still offer some good experience. And you always get influence and a enchantment as a reward for completing them. Now the tier 2s, you still get influence and an enchantment for completing them, but you also have a chance of getting a refinement stone or a piece of equipment. Say, you could tell the tier 2s by the 2 dashes on the picture next to it. And these ones, the tier 3s, have the greatest chance of dropping rare equipment for your companions, as well as refining stones and enchantments as rewards for completing them, but they are tough. I'd recommend going in there with a full party at the very least, if you, depending on your how developed you are. It's like my main character has got over 10k item level. I mean, I can survive in against the tier 3s, not a problem. but I still don't like going in there on my own. Myself and my friend tend to run the tier 3s together. 2 paladins, we're playing 2 paladins. She's a tank, I'm a healer, and we've done the tier 3s on our own before now, so it's like, well, it's, you know, it's possible. But I wouldn't recommend going up against the tier 3s unless you're properly prepared. And we will go and start, I think maybe, no, we'll try Lake Supply Woes. I'll say try because we've upgraded our stronghold to level 5 now, so the enemies in the area have changed. Up until you reach level 5 stronghold, the enemies in the area will be pretty much orcs and animals. Now they've changed to these mercenary guys because we've hit a level 5 stronghold, so drain my action points. I mean, it's... These heroic encounters, they're easy enough, but the tier 1s. I mean, depending on the character you're playing as, like, I wouldn't recommend bringing a DPS character like a Trickster Rogue doing these on your own at this level, because Trickster Rogues tend to be one of the squishiest of DPS characters. Well, bloody back away from me, you pick a fight to bloody try charging me and then backing away. What's the matter with you? Hello. Right, now maybe I can collect these supplies. No self-healing. Maybe none of this screw me over either, computer. Go. And that's annoying as well. It randomly stops attacking. Blooming server lag and blooming whatnot on this game is terrible. And it gets worse every single time they blooming every single time they add new content, it gets like this, and it gets blooming worse, and they fix it for a while, and then it starts all over again. Back away, you bastard! Pick a fight and then back away. Wasn't even in that circle. That's another thing I'd really wish they'd fix, is the fact that you move out of the area and you still get hit by their abilities. It's like, how the heck am I supposed? How am I getting hit by their abilities when I'm not even in their red circle? There's so many bugs in this game that they just refuse to fix. It's so frustrating. You know, I mean, and it's a shame as well, because it's a good game. They just don't seem to care. They don't seem to care that they're losing business because they can't be bothered to fix the bugs. You know, which is, like I said, a real big shame, because this is, you know, I actually really enjoyed this game. I think it's a really good game. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's one of the best games I've ever played. Don't get me wrong there. Yeah, I've played better, but definitely not the worst game I've ever played. Say that Dishonor goes to the Dishonor as far as RPGs go. Anyway, that one goes to two worlds. I'm not gonna get started. I know there's people out there that enjoyed the Two Worlds, but the first game for me was absolutely terrible. Because, I mean, the voice acting was terrible for a start. I mean, this guy, you know, if you've played Two Worlds, then, you know, great. If you haven't, then spoiler alert, so I'm really sorry about this. But the guy, you know, he's there running around. He's there running a blooming round, going on about blooming his sister's the last of his family. She's the only family he's got left. She's really important to him. But he says it with such lack of emotion, and blooming whatnot. I mean, that his last of his fucking family, who's supposed to be really dear to him, has been kidnapped. He's on a mission to find her, and he can't muster up any emotion whatsoever. No anger, no bloody, no nothing. It's not. There's no blooming tension in his voice. He's not upset in the slightest. He is so monotoned, it is unreal. It's like that. last of your family, someone you claim to cherish, is has been kidnapped, and the most you can muster up is a voice that goes, "Pray tell me." It's like fucking monotone bloody zombie robot. You know, aside from the terrible voice acting in the blooming game, the game is so broken. Because you've got like high level bloody enemies in low level areas that can pretty much one-hit wonder you in the tutorial section. It's like, this is the area where you're doing the tutorial for people to get to know the game, and you're putting enemies in the area that can pretty much one-hit wonder you, and then you put in lower, easier to kill enemies in areas where you're not supposed to, where the higher level enemies it should be. The bloody gameplay is so unbalanced. Don't start you. It's unbalanced. There's no real direction, the map system. Yeah, sure, the areas you've got to go to are highlighted on the map to show you where you've got to go. But it's absolutely terrible. It's completely terrible, because you're there, run into blooming, no idea what quest you're going to. No idea whatsoever, because it's not marked on the map what quest you're heading to. It just gives you a dot on the map to say, oh yeah, there's a quest objective here. I'm not telling you what it is, it's just there. There's no sense of direction, bloody enemies are all unbalanced. I'm not going to do this, because those fuckers that keep healing themselves. But, yeah, there's no... Cookie, don't start! There's no sense of direction, nothing on it. It is terribly made game. It is a terrible game. It is the worst game as far as I'm concerned that I've ever played. I've never played a game as terrible as Two Worlds. I never bothered trying the second game because of my opinion on the first game. It's like, I ain't encouraging you to continue this shit, you're mad. About the only praise I will give that game is the fact that you can attack off horseback. That's about it. All those have reset, so we'll try a more reliable one. I say spider attack, that one's better. Lake supply woes and dock supply woes have changed since the upgrade to the stronghold. The enemies have changed. They used to be orcs up until you hit level 5, and then they change. These guys are a bit tougher than the orcs. I haven't quite got the power levels to be able to do them on my own just yet. I mean, a DPS character, like a great weapons fighter, would have probably, at this level, probably wouldn't have any problems, because they'll have the attack power to be able to deal with them quick enough. But the paladin, yeah, it lacks armor penetration. It lacks armor penetration. It gets plenty of defense, and if you're building the healer, it gets plenty of power and critical, but no armor pen. And without the armor pen, you can't dish out the damage. So at this level, like level 7, shut up! A level, what was it, 40 something? Right, give me a second. I've got to cover Cookie over to put the point across, but he needs to shut his mouth. See, because I would rather not have my neighbours complaining that he is screaming at this time of the evening. Don't give me back chat, you stroppy little sod. Don't you eyeball me, you stroppy sod. You are not declaring war on me at this time of the bloody evening. So if you want an argument, tough. The only thing you're going to get is covered over. Hey, go and take it out on your chew toys, you stroppy sod. Don't give me those chirps. Don't give me those chirps at all. Don't even try. Don't even try sweet talking me. Giving me shit for my character that I got. Why shit that I can't even use? Doesn't make sense. There we go. Now, you can do. You can earn. Like, should I say? You can earn up to 400 influence a day with each character. So, so if you got like 2 characters, you can earn a maximum of 800 influence in total between those 2 characters. Say, but only 400 influence per character each day. So you can do like 5. You can do like 5 heroic encounters around your stronghold to earn influence and get get some enchantments and experience for your character. These though, these vouchers are only used for your stronghold, They're basically just drops for your for donating to your coffer. Before I go anywhere, go and tend this. There we go. Look. Bugs in this game. The bugs in this game are terrible. Really wish they would fix it. I mean, they've added stuff like opened up the stronghold guild hall, so you can actually go inside the guild hall now. But they still haven't fixed the fixed the bugs. You know, with the like I said earlier, the upgrading your resource buildings. If you've still got the resource buildings as your target when you put them onto upgrade, it glitches out the whole system. And that bug's been in there for as long as I've been playing, and they still haven't fixed it. No, and yet we've had multiple different added extra content. They do maintenance every Tuesday. They, you know, all this blooming stuff. They've done multiple updates and still no patch for it. Eyes on one. He's getting tired of what it is. He refuses. Oh, excuse me. He refuses to go to sleep while I'm away because he's such a mother hen that he sees it as his mission to stay awake and keep to make sure I'm okay. Keep an eye on me. So he's refusing to go to sleep even though I know he's tired. I've got the light off and everything and whatnot. But he still refuses to go to sleep. He won't go to sleep. He's just a stroppy dog. Depending on my sleep pattern come next week, because my sleep pattern's been a bit all over the place the past week or so. Depending on my sleep pattern, I may or may not start streaming a bit earlier next week. You know, a few hours earlier, if I can't get my sleep pattern in order by then I might stream in the morning. You know, I don't know, it all depends. been having a few restless nights the past couple of past week or so. I haven't really been able to. I haven't really been able to settle properly, so my sleep pattern's gone a bit haywire. Overflow bag. Where's my overflow bag? Oh, bollocks, there we go. Excuse my language. And then so 5 heroic encounters will do it. Beast attack. I don't think there's enough time for beast attack because those bears are a bit of a pain. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Character. I've got the Azure ones. Dark enchantment. Only rank 2. And I've put lifesteal in it. Why the fuck I got dark enchantment in a defense slot? Should have an Azure enchantment in there. Yeah, radiant enchantments. That's actually a good point. Might make a new shirt and pants to equip. Ah, there we go. Devil attacks up. Oh, don't even. Leave me alone. to revive him! Saw the lag. The way during events. But unfortunately they'd rather put constant events on than actually do something to fix their game. Now you start healing. I love you too, but you still need to go to sleep. You're a grumpy bugger. You need to sleep. Ends with an easy round for this game. Excellent. Let's see next. Beast attack's about to reset. We'll head up to Drake attack. So you'd think from the look of this place that a dragon would actually appear here as a part of the dragon flight, but it doesn't. Your own little solo influence run now and again around the stronghold is a good way. It's a good way to test your character to see how well it's progressing. Just like myself and my friend, we do that quite often, running around doing the tier 3s to see how well our characters are doing. One more. Devil attacks back up. Lake attacks there. Lake supply woes even. Oh. Give it a second for this one to refresh, see if spider attack comes up. Yes, excellent, spider attacks up. I'll end right next. This is the last one I need to do, so it'll be right next to the stronghold. Okay, please move. I constantly bloody relighting my cigarette. I'm always changing the flint in my bloody lighter because this bloody thing goes. These things go out so quickly. So if you're wondering why you're blooming constantly hearing my lighter in the background. Go to sleep. Where I'm blooming talking and whatnot, the thing goes out within seconds. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Oh no. And spider attack, the spider attack is not the easiest of the tier ones. It is one of the easiest, along with beast attack, depending on the on your character. Depending on the character you're playing as, is depending on which one you'll find easier. You know, beast attack is, me personally playing as a paladin, I find spider attack easier than beast attack. Even though beast attack you only actually go up against 2 to 3 blooming enemies in one round. They hit harder though. I find these guys a lot easier. I mean, some people find beast attack easier than spider attack. So I find spider attack easier because being a paladin, sanctuary makes me immune to their status effect abilities. So even though there's more of them, they don't hit as hard. So I find spider attack easier than beast attack. Like those, they stunt your movement and whatnot. Those webs. The paladin using sanctuary can get out of them easily. So as a result, like I said, as a result, I find this one easier than beast attack. And I always like ending an influence run with spider attack anyway, because the stronghold's right there, so it's less of a trek to get back to the stronghold. Finish off the influence run right next to the stronghold. So you just go in there, donate, and then continue on with whatever it is you're doing. And then that's it. 400 influence, 5 heroic encounters. Oh, take that marker off. And oh, no. Put points in our powers. There's my next one. That's... Take that off for smite. Before I do that, actually, I'll go and tend the resources while I'm here. Right, then we'll go up here, up to the farm. These are the temporary traders. You can hire traders that are there for a week to bring in like gold, gems, say influence. But you need to have at least a level, I think a level 4 stronghold, because you'll need the capacity to be able to hold the resources. The mine. I think someone might have not long done them. I'm not sure with all the blooming bugs in this game. And that's the quarry. Now once you've done your influence run, like I said, influence is only used for your stronghold, so if you're thinking, oh, keep hold of it, you might be able to use it for something, but it's not. The only thing it's used for is the only thing it's used for is for upgrading the stronghold. That's all. That's the only use influence has. Right then. Once you've done your influence one, just dump your influence in the coffer, and that'll be helping. That'll help your guild out a lot. Say these I was saving for donating. Right, switch over. I'll put these ones on, I think. Say, right, well. Oh, bollocks. Well, that's all. That's all for today, guys. I hope you found today's video helpful. I will see you all next week, hopefully. And, you know, I hope you all have a very good weekend. So, have fun.